put out the video around about overrated artists,
Oh,
Layla Hathaway and Charlie
the
Wilson,
infamous video. Yeah.
and it really got quite a reaction. A lot of people took offense that we would say that Charlie Wilson is overrated. Then also with Layla Hathaway, the fact that okay, if you know we're only saying that because we don't really listen to her type of music, maybe jazz and stuff, and and I guess from my point of view, there was a point to sort of clarify as to say that I mean Charlie Wilson is actually headlining a tour with Johnny Gill. I mean he's the headline act. Then you have 112
Hmm.
and So For Real and all these other people in there. He's very celebrated on a tour, um, uh, and anywhere he goes. But then I guess what my thoughts about what we were talking about is more so that um, no taken away from what he shaped R&B with Aaron Hall and R. Kelly vocally, you know,
Hmm.
um, and he's had a style, a unique style, and he's really transcended generations and stuff. But then if I ask somebody, okay, name me three Charlie Wilson singles, not Gap Band and not the one he featured with Snoop and Justin and stuff, um, even any of the new music he's put out now, I think some might think, oh goodness, I can't remember any of them. But then we might look at say other artists who will be very consistent with this stuff, not get the type of exposure or celebrated as much, and that's where the sort of the balance is that that we were trying to highlight, not dismissing Charlie, because any arm, we
Right.
always celebrate our artists. Charlie hasn't done anything for us to hate on him, but we're just saying the way the politics of the industry is that sometimes it doesn't seem fair. And I made the comparison as the fact that LL Cool J was a trendsetter when he came out, but
Hmm.
they only gave him, in a way, he should have had his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame years before. But because Jay Z was eligible in his first run, they just said, okay, it won't be good if we don't give LL. And I think that type of, and I'm sure Beyonce, the moment that they may decide, do we wait until Beyonce has done 25 years in the music industry, or do we just give Destiny's Child because we can induct Beyonce that way? That's how quickly I think they would rush to get her in, and but Chaka Khan hasn't been inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Tina Turner only just after she sold her music, they said,
Oh,
okay,
that was shocking.
we can bring you all in. So the way that the industry works is that they favor who they want to, and when you talk about it, it's not Charlie Wilson's fault or Layla
Hmm.
Hathaway's fault that they always get pushed to the forefront, but it's just unfortunate how the industry is, and we just wanted people to sort of look and reflect. As I said, no one's insulting Charlie Wilson. I'd love to interview him and talk
Right,
to him
right,
and
right.
celebrate him, and that we all, that's what we do on this, with what we do, we celebrate, but it's good to highlight and point out, and just to see that sometimes some artists get missed out and don't get
Right.
as celebrated as others.
Well, my thoughts on the subject is, um, I don't backtrack. I don't apologize. I mean, in the words of Nene Leakes, I said what I said. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, my whole thing is this: we created this Can We Talk platform, yes, to celebrate our favorite artists, but also to have a conversation and share ideas and opinions.
Mhm.
And everyone is, free to share their opinion. They can share their opinion in the form of a comment. If you would like to be a guest one day, email Nnamdi. You can be a guest. No one's, saying that our word is final. This is what it is. We're just sharing our thoughts. I'm just giving my honest opinions of these artists. I like Uncle Charlie. I like the idea of Uncle Charlie. I just want
the idea.
music
The
to
idea.
be something a little bit. When I think of, this is the thing, I associate Charlie Wilson with the Gap Band. I want to hear up tempos. I want to hear fun music. I don't want to hear Charlie Wilson trying to sing like he's Brian McKnight. I don't want to hear him singing like, or trying to sing like he's Michael Bolton. Like, he's got some songs that are a little too pop for me. Um, and this new persona, it's some things I'm not feeling. I did like his first couple of albums, but in the conversation of overrated, I just feel like when we match up his career with other R&B artists of just the 90s,
Jeffrey
and
Osborne was this one. People
yeah, and we
rising.
can go back to the 80s too. Yeah, it's
Freddie
like so
Jackson.
many. Yes, like
Yeah.
it's a little overkill. Nobody talks about Jeffrey Osborne no more. I mean, these people, people Bryson, they've done some great songs, and
Mm. Even Tony
I've
Terry.
never
Keep
heard.
watching. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Tony Terry, I think he had like 2 hits. But anyway,
No,
no, he can sing though. He can sing. But I love Tony. Don't come for me, Tony Terry. But it's like, it's so unbalanced. But that's just the nature of the beast. I think I've always went back to when people say what classifies a legend and all this. I always say it's about marketing, it's about PR and publicists. That's what it mainly is. That's why Mary J. Blige is the queen of hip hop soul, because they've been drilling that into your head for the last 30 years. That's why you have in your mind thought that, because it's good marketing, it's good propaganda, or whatever term you want to use. So, New Edition, these things, these ideas have been drilled into our head
the,
that
the, the
they,
addiction.
and but I'm being facetious, but I mean, New Edition has inspired a lot of groups. So I'm just, like I said, it's about taste. Sometimes you
Yeah.
just don't feel the same way about other artists. I do respect and love Uncle Charlie, and I definitely want to celebrate him and
Yeah.
other artists while they're here. I don't want to be a person that's kicking them in the back, but I just feel like, come on, urban radio, open up these airways to other artists. How many times can I hear Anita Baker caught in a rapture? Like, I want to hear something else. I want to hear something fresh and new. How many times can I hear? I can't even name off a Layla Hathaway song. Let's be honest. When is the last time you actually heard a Layla Hathaway song that involuntarily, where you haven't actually played it yourself? Um, when is the last time you heard Alila James? Like, we have to be honest. So when the BET Awards come up, or the Grammys come up, and you see these people in these categories, you never question it. You just like, well, because you already know you're not listening to music to begin with. If you ask your audience, are they listening to music, current music? They're going to tell you no. Most of them. I've already talked to them in the comment section.
Mm.
I've asked them that. I've also asked them, hey, name 5 songs, name a hit. They can't come up with any hits because they don't even listen to these artists that they're trying to defend. I
Mm.
asked the audience for one hit song or one significant song from Layla Hathaway, and not one person provided one. So that goes to show you can't even defend the success of your favorite artist with their
Mm.
success, because it's non-existent.
Yeah.
So, and I say all that to say, I respect everybody's opinion. We all love artists that we
Mm.
love. There's artists I love. I love a lot of artists that other people may not think are great. So this is a place where we share opinions and ideas,
Yeah.
and we talk about things, And sometimes we're not going to agree, but whenever I see somebody going over the top and like, I'm unsubscribing because I don't agree with you, I'm like, okay, bye. I didn't even know you were here, because you don't even comment, you don't talk anyway. So have a
Yeah.
good, safe trip. I mean, I
Yeah.
would like for you to stay and join the conversation instead of taking a coward way out and say, I don't like what I'm hearing, I'm leaving. How about you present what your argument is, or why you think what you think? I think that's healthy conversation. That's mature conversation. If I offer the idea that, like I said in another episode, Shaka Khan, has not been the greatest live performance. She, rarely sounds like herself, or rarely sounds exactly like the record. Challenge that. Say, hey, this particular concert I saw in '88, da 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 da. Okay, this is to open up the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never been a scared person. Like, if I'm not scared of other people's opinions or ideas, I like to consider them, and I also like to challenge them. And we
Mm.
should all take that whenever we're given information.
Yeah.
If someone says something, There's nothing wrong with questioning it. There's nothing wrong with, I think too many times we just take things at face value, question it. If they're
Yeah,
telling me this person is a legend, do I consider them a legend? It's okay to say that you don't feel like that person is a legend, you
mm,
know? And two
yeah,
things can be true. I can like New Edition, but don't think they're legends. I mean, that's just me. And I'm just using them, I'm using them in fun. Just I do think they're legends and I respect their legacy. But I can
okay,
look at someone and say, hey, uh, you know, Tina Turner, like, but has she had that many hits compared to, you know, Aretha Franklin or whoever? Like these are things that may be taboo or people don't want to talk about them, but it's just a healthy conversation. Don't be scared of a
yeah,
little conversation, people. Let's have
yeah,
a conversation. Okay.
yeah. So with that, it's been great as always, and but yeah, we do welcome comments and feedback,
Yes.
and we hope it's done in love, because as I said, we're here to celebrate, and part of celebrating, you could still have a critical opinion, but it's not done to ever disrespect, but it's just
Right.
to discuss opinion. I mean, if you watch any performance related show, you'd have people who commentators would critique, not to say that they're rubbish, you should never play or sing again. It's just often an opinion, and it's good to have some debate as well. But anyway, but from me, Nnamdi, it's been always a blessing to have you guys watch and comment and support us.
Yes. And for me, Omar, from the States, I enjoy my time here. I love having these conversations with you guys. I love hearing your feedback. I love when people give me suggestions in the comment sections of songs to check out. Um, and they give their opinions on whether they agree with me or not, and I appreciate, I love that you guys take the time out of your busy day to
Yeah.
sit down and listen to what we have to say, and we all have a good conversation. So let's keep that going. I have to commit to giving my honest opinion, as I would want you to do. I want you to be honest about what you feel. This is a safe place for those conversations. So stay tuned, because we have a lot of great things coming up.
Yeah.
Namdi also has a lot of great interviews coming. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So just stay with us. If I make you angry, let me know about it in the comment section. If you love what I said and you agree, let me know about it in the comments. I love too, people. So yeah, and keep those suggestions. I love when people say, hey, you don't know about this artist, check out this song. And I'll check it out. I literally do go check it out, and I have heard a few good suggestions in the comment section. So keep those suggestions coming. You all take care of yourselves, stay healthy, stay safe, and love each other. Have a good night.
Take care.